So, you want to get started retrofitting your house. Where do you begin? It's such a complicated thing. For most people, they'd rather trust a professional to come in and assess and diagnose how energy efficient their home is and where the heat losses are. That can happen in one of several ways. One, you start with a remodeler, and a remodeler particularly who's been trained in really diagnosing your house and looking at what is an energy retrofit and what are the priorities that you want to meet. Typically, comfort is what drives most energy retrofits, and utility bills are the reflection of an uncomfortable home. The more uncomfortable it is, the higher utility bills are. The second way is to get a home energy audit done. A home energy auditor comes in typically with a blower door test, sometimes with an infrared camera that can actually see where the heat loss is taking place in your walls and your ceiling. And that energy retrofitter will help you understand the diagnostics, oftentimes working with your remodeler to go through things like attic insulation, where the drafts come in, heat loss through doors and windows and so forth. By starting with a professional, it takes much of the load and much of the curiosity out of the process and gives you specific things to work with. For example, very few homes in America are sufficiently insulated. The best place to start is in air sealing and insulating your attic, because heat rises, the heat loss in the wintertime will be up through the house and into the attic, and that can cause not only problems with comfort but also problems with mold. If water gets up into the attic, it can condense on the roof surface and then literally rain into your insulation on the ceiling. Another area is just drafts. Wherever something penetrates the home surface, the envelope is what we call it, such as a hose bib or an electrical service entrance, telephone wires, all of those places allow air to come through and into the house, which can end up across the floor, making your feet cold. So the things that we want to start with are really the most obvious, what we call low-hanging fruit. Sealing up the house with caulk and weather stripping and spray foam, that begins the process of tightening up any penetration that goes through the house. The next thing we want to look at is going up into the attic and seeing where air might be leaking into the attic space through vents, around plumbing vents, recessed cans in the ceiling. Even a chimney oftentimes has major air leakage around the chimney. So sealing those up first and then coming back with another 6 to 8 inches, sometimes a foot more insulation, depending on how cold your climate is a great first step. Third place we like to look at is the basement. If we go into the basement and look up at the floor above, we can also see penetrations where wires come through. All of the pipes come through into the basement. We also want to insulate under the floor where you're going to spend the most time, such as your kitchen or your bathroom. In doing this, we make your feet warmer, we increase the energy efficiency of the rooms above. In an ideal world, we insulate the entire floor so that there is no heat loss coming into the crawl space or the basement below. By doing these few things, we can really improve comfort, and in improving comfort, we can save energy month to month for as long as you own your home. And it turns out that insulating is the best investment you can make in the market today. Thank you. Talk to you soon.